What's good, YouTube? KBK here, coming at you with another chapter review video. And what I have for you today is chapter 951 of One Piece, titled Rampage. Makes you really wonder what that rampage is going to be about, actually. So what I have for you is a blessing in disguise. It is a map of Wano. Not the best, but it's still going to serve its purpose, and it'll be very helpful throughout this entire video. So first of all, I would like to say the cover art for this chapter is basically a bunch of people eating. By a bunch of people, I mean Luffy, Law, Hancock, Lucci, Buggy, and all of them are kind of in the cover art, and they're eating stuff, and they're eating food, they're shoving food in their mouths. Not Hancock, but basically most of the people are eating. So without further ado, let's get into this chapter. The first destination we arrive at Wano is the flower capital, or like the main flower capital. So you see about right there. That's our first destination, and who are the residents there currently is Orochi, Fukurajuku, Sanji, Shinobu, and the Mimawari-gami. Let's get into it. So obviously Orochi is mad. He is furious that freaking Sanguro, Zoro, Jorah, and all of them, they escaped. You know, Fukurajuku is like, Lord Orochi, calm down. The good news is we've captured Law, and we've captured Luffy and Law, so all the pirates and the prisoners are... Yeah, all the pirates and the prisoners are just basically going to fight it out, duke it out, do what they want to do, basically tear them each other apart and tear them each other to shreds. Then Orochi kind of gets this devious smile, like, use all the torture equipment. I want to, I want everybody to suffer. Or should I say torture method available, obviously. Now we kind of cut to the streets, so you know the building and like the big wooden tree and where the Shogun's located. Now we're on the streets of the flower capital. And doing street patrol and acting like the street police is the Mimawari-gami. And they've like a new group introduced because of all the fugitives that have escaped, of course, the Straw Hats. You know, the Straw Hats are basically now wanted in Wano. Well, isn't that great? You're wanted from the rest of the world, now you're wanted in an isolated land. So, like, the announcers like, if you see these fugitives, if you aid them, if you help them, or if you're affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form, you will be arrested. And then we cut over to a roof in Wano where Shinobu and Sanji are. And they kind of discuss, like, well, now we're wanted all over. Well, Shinobu says, well, you guys are wanted all over Wano now. And Sanji's like, man, we can't even go here anymore. Now they really have to stay in the shadows. Shinobu points out the obvious here. You know, we've gathered every samurai that has the crescent moon symbol. You know, missions complete here. All we gotta do is just break them out, and obviously the rest of Law's crew. You know, all of these people or individuals will aid to our cause, so we need to get them out of here now. And we cut over to the guards. You know, guard one's like, no, aren't these people innocent? Like Sanji mentioned. Sanji also mentions that these people are innocent because of what Yasui said. You know, the guard one is like, you know, these people are innocent. You know, should we release these? And you know, Orochi made a mistake. And guard two is like, are you a madman? Orochi, all the people of Wano and the samurai look up to this man. If they figure out he made a mistake, they will not look up to him anymore. We cannot say Orochi made a mistake. They need to be kept here. Alright? We cannot say Orochi made a mistake with this one. You know, Sanji kind of points over to an area where, like, they're making fly ships. You know, he's like, you know, what's going on over there? Oh, they're making fly ships for the fire festival that's going to be held in the flower capital. And the fire festival's purpose is to mourn who have left the world so their feelings can reach the dead. Basically honor the dead and basically get the people who are living, get their feelings to the dead and how they felt about them. Maybe some dead family members, you know, the mother and child's like, we love you with all our heart to their dead husband and father. So it's basically kind of like the festival for the dead. We now cut over to the second region of Wano, so this map. So here's the first area we are at. This is the main flower capital. Now we're at the north outskirts of Ebisu Town. Basically north of Ebisu Town. The residents there at the second location of this chapter 951 is Nami, Law's crew, Frankie, Kanjuro, and Ebisu Town residents. You know, Nami's happy to see Law's crew freed. You know, Beppo, Penguin, all of them, and like, you know, Beppo gave Nami the symbol that Kinemon drawed, but Yasui kind of edited. He added to the snake, so it's a new message, and he passed it around to all of the prisoners that's in the flower capital. And Nami's like, I gotta get this to Kinemon. You know, they're on their way to Curry. You know, Nami, Frankie, Kanjuro. And Kanjuro also promised the residents of Ebisu Town that he will bring back, he'll bring Yasui's body to Curry to give him a proper burial. And the residents of every two towns like, we believe in you, Conjo, give him a proper burial. And they put their faith into him. You know, as the Laws group, or the Heart Pirates, like, say, good luck, Nami, Beppo remembered something that Hawkins said to him. Basically, he let them out, and their lives are the terms of exchange. If they refuse, Law would kill them, even if it cost your own lives. So basically, as Hawkins was getting Law into his cell, Hawkins also feels intimidated by someone who doesn't take the future into account. We all know Hawkins is a fortune teller, so he always tells your fate. So Hawkins created 3 straw men of himself. These straw men represents people's life. So the 3 members of Law's group were released after he burnt them. So basically, Law's group can't get killed. And that obviously was before this chapter. It was in the middle of chapter 950. Anyway, after that's done said and done. I know I repeated that. Not Hawkins. Law's Heart Pirates, or his group, he said, we really need to save our captain. His life means more than this plan. So basically, the plan to save Wano, it doesn't mean nothing to them. It's more, their captain's life is more valuable than the plan to save Wano. Then Nami, Frankie, and Conjo get on this feline-like, jaguar-like animal, and they're gonna ride their way to Curry. Now we cut over to the third part of this chapter, is the Flower Capital, en route to Curry, or the Boat Wharf Station. Let me come back to this map. You see this third star right here? Yep, that is on their way to Curry. And so far at the boat wharf is Usopp, Robin, Brook, and Otoko. Now that fugitives are all around Wano, at the boat wharf, the security's taking high measures, As Robin and Usopp go through, I should say Brook too, go through the inspection, it's like, the guy was like, you're good, you guys aren't the criminals. You remember the chapter Ha? I can't remember what number it was. But you remember when they were reading the newspaper and, like, Usopp was like, Luffy, Ha? So they kind of made that face here. It's unfortunate for Robin fans. That face is horrid on her, She's a waifu. Now they're on their boat on their way to Curry. Robin asked Brooks, to take Otoko out of his flannel. He's cold and she wants to hold her. So we have a panel of Robin holding Otoko, Brooke was like, she cried herself to sleep. And this is why I really love Robin. Robin's character really improved. She's a really heartwarming character. She's a caring character. She's acknowledged everything Otoko's went through because she's went through pain herself. She had to, escape through many pirate groups in many towns because she was rumored to be the Devil Child. So she basically sympathizes with Otoko here. So after that, we now go to the 4th destination in chapter 951. That is the Curry Southern Western Abandoned Port. So if you see Curry and you see this 4th star about right there, that is where Shudemaru and Urashi, Kinemon, and Shudemaru's men are currently being held at. Shudemaru shows Kinemon and Urashi these big abandoned warships, and the Kinemon's Kinemon. He's surprised, dang Ashura, I cannot believe you've gotten this for us. Ashura or Shudemaru's like, you think I've been sleeping these 20 years? All those warships need to be, they need to be fixed. They're obviously kind of broken down. He's like, right, I'm seeing the plan. Kinemon's magic in his head. I'm seeing the plan of how we're going to get to Onigashima. I'll have Farnosuke prepare these ships. And then Shudemaru also points out, these ships can carry thousands of men to Onigashima. So speaking of Onigashima, our 5th and final destination is Onigashima, where Kaido, Big Mom, the Calamities, Jack, Queen, and King, and subordinates are at. So you see this big circle at the bottom, that is Onigashima, and that is our final destination. So, the subordinates, they're giving Big Mom food, obviously, because I don't know why. And we have this moment where the 3 Calamities are together, and, Jack's like, you guys care to explain to me why she's here? Queen, why did she bring you here? Or, Queen, why did you bring Big Mom here? Queen was like, she was in Udon. All the connections to Udon were cut out. And Queen turns to King's like, King, you did half the job. And I like how King's like, I could have swore I knocked over a ship over the waterfall. Yeah, it definitely landed in the water. And Queen's so mad at King. I'm just like, poor King, he was promised to tip over the Big Mama Shanturn over the waterfall into the entrance to Wano. He obviously did half the job. He did it. But like, Big Mom's here, and like that's what Queen's trying to figure out, and she arrived at Udon. As that's being said, Big Mom asked King to join her crew because he's one of the missing 3 races that she needs in her pirate group, and and he is basically one of the last things in his race because his race has like extinguished themselves from the earth, or the face of the earth. Basically, his race has been wiped out. King's race, what King is, his race has been wiped out. King refuses, and after he refused, Big Mom was like, get me out of these chains, and Queen's like, no way. I like this moment where Kaido shows up with his mace. He's like, let her go. And like all of his subordinates are like, he's kidding. And he's like, let her go. And Big Mom's like, well, you heard him, let me go. And they kind of unhook her cuffs, or sea-stone cuffs, I would like to say. And as Big Mom's growing Napoleon, before that, she's like, it's been decades, Kaido. That one of the subordinates in the background was like, didn't they used to be on a ship together? Didn't they used to have like a little sort of thing going on for them? And like as they say that, Big Mom grabs Napoleon, and Kaido grabs his mace, and they clash. Oof. So imagine their area where they're at, Onigashima. It's kind of looks like a muffin. So imagine that Kaido and Big Mom clash. These are 2 emperors. So imagine the background to that building. Imagine the waves. Because Onigashima is surrounded by waves. Just imagine like a big noise after they collided both their weapons, and just like a big crackling and rippling effect going behind the building that they're in. And the waves in front of them going. And all the subordinates like, we need to get out of here. No, like they weren't like that. They were like, we need to get out of here. We need to go. 2 emperors are at it now. This is the hype. This is real. So let me know what you thought of this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and hit that gray bell to be notified when I make a new video. I'm signing out.